Good evening. I am Cadmium Red, the newscaster, and I wish to welcome you to the initial broadcast of TV. I will now be bringing you the news around the clock. Police cordoned off a section of downtown today following a massive killing spree that occurred earlier this afternoon at the downtown Marriott Marquis Hotel, which left over 500 people dead. So far, police have found only one survivor of what has been described as the bloodiest carnage in this city's history. The survivor was a young bellhop who was fortunate enough to escape harm by sliding down a laundry chute when he first heard the sound of gunfire. When police asked him who could have done the killings or the possible motive behind such acts, the bellhop admitted he wasn't sure, but had first become suspicious after the hotel had agreed to host the first annual convention for the National Union of Disgruntled Postal Workers. Police are continuing their investigation. A recent nationwide poll among teenage students who were asked their career goals upon completion of high school revealed an amazingly high percentage of young boys who wished to become pastors upon graduation. When asked if this was a reflection of a trend amongst today's youth of returning to basic, wholesome values, the boys answered, "No, we just think it's the best way to get laid." In the latest round of appeals, the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of excluding homosexuals from serving in any branch of the armed forces, and any known gays who are presently serving should be honorably discharged from their units. The court also okayed an ambitious proposal to have the remains of any deceased war veterans who were known or alleged homosexuals removed from Arlington Memorial Cemetery. The mass exhumations are scheduled to start early next year and will cost the taxpayer an estimated $69 billion. Although the Pentagon has asked that the estimate be rebudgeted to $70 billion because, quote, the number 69 could be interpreted the wrong way. Thank you. I'm Cadmium Red, and I will be bringing you the news as it occurs, when it occurs, and whenever I please.
But we have a job to do.
Ladies, lonely, afraid, need a real man by your side tonight? Well, have I got something for you.
Honey, where's my copy of Architectural Digest? It has my facts in it. Oh, honey, by the way, have you seen my athletic supporter? I've got a soccer game. Honey, every time I play that club, they pretend like I'm nobody. I tell the sound man not to put so much reverb in my monitor, but he pretends like he doesn't hear me.
Oh, I know. And I told him it wasn't the right kind of stone, but he wouldn't listen to me. That's all I could say was, it's too small, it's too small. I don't know. What should I do? What can I do? Will you help me, honey?
Ladies, give us a call soon. We're all you're gonna get. Call 1-900-REAL-MAN.
Hello. Welcome to the Sunshine Gorilla Show. If any of you out there watching this at home feel a little bit inclined to get out of your seats and get up there and caress your TV set in any way, it'd be fine with me. That's what the show's all about. Gorillas and that kind of caressing, you know, that kind of human stuff. Well, oh my. This is a little song I wrote after coming back from a bar some late Friday night, after you think everything's really going cool. Well, this is how it goes. I ain't a tin can kind of woman, not the kind of girl you can buy and kick around. I ain't that tin can kind of woman. 'Cause you see, baby, in my soul gorilla I found, though he may be kinda plastic, though he may be not so round, it's not a tin can, what you thinking? It's some gorilla I probably scrounged. Well, late night boys at my favorite bars, they think that I'm gonna be their #1 favorite movie star. They should know better. Gorillas are all I care about. Gorilla, 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 gorilla. Well, after
Topeka, Kansas.
pictures, I'm just about done gone. And that 50-year-old little guy over there in the plaid trousers, he's starting to look real moldy. Well, that's why I found my salvation after those one-night stands. Baby, gorillas are the answer. I don't need to go looking in your garbage can. Late, late, late in the evening. Oh, right there next in bed. Baby, they're plastic. They don't need no feeding. They're the best thing a girl like me can have. Gorilla, gorilla, gorilla's what I found. Oh, gorilla, gorilla. They don't even make a sound. Thank you. Remember all you girls out there at that favorite bar of yours Friday night somewhere. Remember that thing, that glowing thing deep inside. That's something, that gorilla. No man can make you hide that. That's your salvation, you young plucky females can see. Yeah, this gorilla has made a woman out of me.
Topeka, Kansas. While in the act of making breakfast, a housewife drops her milk carton to the floor. At that precise moment in Tacoma, Washington, while in the act of making love, her eldest daughter's boyfriend condom burst. Coincidence or unwanted pregnancy? You be the judge. 9 Life Books presents Unexplained Mysteries, and if you dial 1-800-WHO-KNOWS right now, you'll receive your own replica, lifelike but stuffed, of Edna the Wonder Dog. So call now. Operators are standing by. I said operators were standing by.
Hello. Hey, Mama, how you doing? What y'all doing up there in Niles, Michigan? How about them dogs? You say you want to order one of them dogs. I'm sorry, we sold out. Bye.
Good morning.
And welcome to Howl.
Beamed to you once again, as always, from the Star in Little 5 Points.
And we'd like to see you there every first Sunday of every month. To start tonight's show off, Deadbeat Bert's going to read us a poem about something we all know so well. It's a poem called Love is Hell. Take it away, Deadbeat.
Thank you, Mr. Copacetic. Oh, Lord, they say that war is hell, and I guess it must be so, but a soldier of love's wounds are worse. This is something I well know. Oh, yes, they say that war is hell, and I guess it must be true, but I believe that to be in love is the worst that can happen to you. Nothing hurts worse than to be by love stranded. Nothing worse than love abandoned. Nothing hurts worse than love that strayed. Nothing worse than love betrayed. I'd rather swim in medical waste, rather shower in acid rain. I'd rather have to eat toxic sludge than to be hurt by love again. Now, most folks think that Cupid is just a cutesy little cherub. Actually, he's a terrorist, a midget Shiite Arab. He's armed with a deadly weapon with which he wounds you in the heart. Cupid used an AK-47 on me. Please not your magic dart. I'd rather suffer your wrath, Lord God Almighty, than to be blessed by the goddess Aphrodite. You can make me go deaf, strike me blind, just keep Cupid's arrow from my behind. Hurt me, cripple me, and make me lame. Just keep me away from the dames. You can paralyze me, you can break my neck. You can make me drive a Pinto and make me have a wreck. You can take me to a cliff and give me a shove. Just please don't make me fall in love. The Spanish Inquisition can torture me like a pagan. I'd rather do that than to be in love, rather sleep with Nancy Reagan. Lord, you can make me look like Salman Rushdie and ship me to Iran, or make me turn black at a meeting of the Ku Klux Klan. Oh God, go fishing for great white sharks and use me for live bait. Inflict upon me anything you want, anything but another love mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Deadbeat. I want to read you a little one. It's a poem I wrote about a friend of mine. It's a true story. And it's called Feeling Foggy. Please spell the poem. Please spell it. Anyway, it goes like this, Cadmium. Feeling foggy, so I thought I'd jump. Didn't know landing would give this big a bump. Diving from the second story into a concrete pool. I didn't mean to do it. I'm not a fool. No bones are broken as I lay in a bed of glass. Why did you do it? I heard someone ask. Sirens are wailing as people stare. I know none of them really care. No bones are broken as I lay in pain. Why did you do it? I heard again. The stupid idiots, I didn't do it for fun. You try standing after a fifth of rum. Finally, the medics arrive at the scene. I tell them it's hereditary, one of my genes. They all laugh, thinking it's a joke. Laughing with them, I started to choke. Why did I fall? Why did I stumble? Tripping over that chair must have caused that tumble. Oh well, I'll get better, I think. By the way, you got another drink? Thank you. And I bring you Mr. Deadbeat Bert again.
Thank you, Mr. Copacetic. Here's one more for you. Planet Earth was a paradise till about 6 million years hence. Then mankind took over from the ape, and it's been downhill ever since. First came cities and sewers and garbage, then the Industrial Revolution. You know what came next after that? Earth, water, and air pollution. Violence and destruction seem to be mankind's only real distinction. We turn green land into desert, drive the animals to extinction, kill for meat, kill for sport, animal exploitation, acid rain, ozone hole, nuclear radiation. The human race will destroy itself. We'll all end up in hell. But if something's not done, we'll drag down everything else with us as well. The shocking truth must now be faced. We should dump mankind, not toxic waste. From the face of the earth, man must be erased. Earth is fragile. We must preserve it. It's the only way out, and you know we deserve it. The human race is one of God's mistakes. So kill each other for goodness sakes. Be a life giver, do it for the rivers. It's only fair, do it for the air. Think of the plants and the trees. Commit hara-kiri on your knees. Take arsenic or belladonna. Do it for the flora and the fauna. Are we worth the lives of the endangered species? No, I say we're worth less than their feces. There's no other answer in science or religion. Man must do himself like he did the carrier pigeon. So don't delay, do it soon. Do it for the African baboon. Don't be afraid to die, no. Do it for the black rhino. Do it for the mountain gorilla. If you have a wife, then go kill her. Do it, I'm begging you please. Kill yourself for the birds, kill your sons for the bees. Death will be fun, it'll be euphoric, and the great blue whale will thank you for it. Now radiation and contamination will still linger long after the last man ends his deadly dance. But at least with mankind out of the way, the rest will have a fighting chance. We'll be gone just like the dinosaurs, in which there's a certain symmetry. Like them to the animals, we'll just be a bad ancestral memory. There's no other way out. It's not even debatable. And don't worry about cleaning up. We're all biodegradable. So go ahead and die right here. Do it for the biosphere. Go ahead and die right here, right now. Mother Earth will be glad, and how. Thank you.
Words of wisdom. This next poem I think everybody can relate to. It's called Crazy. I need a little bit of room because I get a little crazy when I read it. Goes something like this. Release appears, believes again. Oh, sweet elation I may never obtain. Pressures move and build along the main, and though I'm tethered, I still pull the reins. Seeking love is my only shame. Someone please, alone I can't take this strain. But the tracks are laid, here comes the train. I'm driving hard down that fast lane. So engulf me in gas and light the flames. Watch me burning, burning. Or throw me in water covered in chains, because I am churning, churning. Or better just jump from a plane to keep falling and falling. Or cut my legs and leave me lame to come crawling, crawling. But no one cares, and no one came. Sweet release across my vein, devour my heart in your velvet stain. If the cops come, I don't try to explain. All I want to do is jacket me and call me insane, only to release me one day in the rain. Leave me be, can't you see my pain? Who's to say what is sane? Not a one of us can make that claim. Not even one of us can make that claim. And yes, while growing old, becoming lame, I don't want to use no cane. My life's gone, what's left to drain? Leave me be, I don't want to remain. So yeah, let me have a hit of that old window pane. And let me smoke some Mary Jane. I've got no money, I got nothing to gain. I might as well be smoking some crack cocaine. But you know, it's all the same. Whether it's with drugs or maybe some religious name, all we want to do is find that higher plane. After all, isn't that the goal in life's great game? Thank you. I bring you Deadbeat Bert once more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. This next quick one is going to be about the neighborhood we're beaming this fabulous show to you from. It goes something like this. Forget about the village, St. Mark's of Soho. Down south in Atlanta is the coolest place to go. So drink some beers and smoke some joints, then stroll on down to Little 5 Points. It's the craziest kind of melting pot. All kinds of people is what they got. There's 60s freaks and 90s geeks, fashion fags and bums in rags, biker bitches and new age witches, Rasta men and lesbians, skateboard kids and hippies on acid. There's metalheads with hair down to there and skinheads with their heads shaved bare, but you're not really with it, some folks think, if your hair's not green or blue or pink. So go have a slice in front of Fellini's, watch all the punkers and posers and weenies, or dine on misos and tofus and pestos, then wash it down with a shake from Zestos. Hang out in the back parking lot or loiter on the square. Take off your shoes and hang them from the power lines there. Go over to a store called Crystal Blue and buy a healing crystal. Then walk right across the street, buy a machine gun or a pistol. Have a few drinks at the store, a few brews at the pub. Get more booze at the liquor store, then throw up in the old yacht club. Party until you can't continue, then find out your car's been broken into. Yes, come on down to Little 5. Some of the people look dead, but the music's live. Yes, come on down to Little 5. It's where the funkiest people thrive. Yeah. Thank you.
This next poem is by popular demand. I read it once before here at 800 East. It's called The Naked Truth. It goes like this. We perceive our nakedness to be a sin, something that needs to be covered again and again. Sheathing its beauty is the common norm. Our individuality must be covered, yes, covered and worn. But once you shed this outer skin, you'll find your only ugliness lies within. Yes, it's you who find evil and nudity. Proclaim yourself beautiful, for any other thought is pure stupidity. So take off your shirt and shoes. Let others know you've got nothing to lose. Okay, where am I? Next, strip off those socks and pants. Then only we be free to perform nature's dance. Find the beauty in even your ugliest of features, for nothing is perfect in all of God's creatures. And if the love you feel for yourself as a parent, then the others, you don't even care what they stare at. So come on and take off some clothes and make it fast. Show the people that conformity is a thing of the past. So come on and take off some clothing without a care. Let others less confident gawk and stare. Be bold, be free, be beautiful in your nudity. Who knows, someone might even want to paint you for posterity. Just remember, though, that your body is a thing of beauty for all to see. And when we all believe in that, then maybe, just maybe, we can all return to the garden as did Adam and Eve. Thank you.
Know your way around an art. Think that I'm up here impersonating some perverted German artist named Balthus, who's going to bring out a half-clad little girl in a few minutes. Well, that's not going to happen tonight. Tonight I'd like to continue our lecture series on the iconography of abuse. Last week I talked about the black box. We have plenty of black boxes over here in our show. Tonight I'm going to talk about the white box. Here on the stage before me we have an example of the white box as used by the artist. We call it the white box of silence. It's the box you put the things you don't want to talk about or see into, or pull them out again if you want to examine some of the painful things of the past. Jeffrey Dahmer had a white box. It's called his ice box. Well, you're not going to find any dismembered parts in here, I'm sorry to say, at least not tonight. I'm going to pull a few things out of the box here and discuss them shortly with you in terms of the iconography of abuse. What do we have here? Oh my God. My father's old razor strop. Enough for that. A book. Get back in there. A book. Oh, 120 Days of Sodom by the Marquis de Sade. Well, that looks interesting. Jesus, back in the box. Here's something else. How did that get in there? Huh. Well, I'd like to say a few words about TV. We're talking about it tonight. TV, of course, the tube is actually a big bottle shaped just like this, right? Well, what you're looking at when you're watching TV, my friends, is just a bunch of pictures on the bottom of a big bottle. I knew it was time to go on there. Oh my God, underwear. Now we've talked about nudity here. Of course, nudity's okay, as has just been pointed out by one of these poets who perhaps would like to go into the box too. Underwear, however, is something we keep hidden even more than perhaps our naked body. So just to do a little therapy on myself, I'm going to take off my clothes and just stand right in front of you in not some sort of cutesy loincloth made of suede or whatever it is. But I'm going to stand you right here. Got to be sure it's on right here in my underwear. And I had black underwear last night.
And we're glad you changed it.
Yeah, my wife put it in the wash. She said it was too dirty to wear in a show, and you know how it is. You don't want to be caught in a show in your underwear. 5 minutes. Well, here's the toilet training whip. And here's the white mask of silence. Sometimes if you hold the bottom of these things, they don't do that. And I don't know what the hell that is. Oh yeah, here's the gun. I don't know if this was my father's. He was going to shoot me or himself. You never know. Well, folks, I was just told I had to wrap this thing up, so I don't want to make any bad puns. But I'll get back into this. And I know it'll be a relief to some of you younger people. But just before I go, I just got to use the white box here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, that's about it for tonight's lecture, folks. I'll see you next week with the red box.
Hey there, partner. If you just learning the rope... Hey there, partner. If you just learning the ropes like this little cowgirl, well, you might need some help. So come on out to Roy's Ropes, just 2 miles out Route 6 at the Bemis Cutoff. At Roy's Ropes, we pride ourselves on having just about any kind of cordage your little old heart could ever desire. Yes, sir. Let me tell you what we got. Long ropes. We got short ropes. We got fat ropes. We got thin ropes. Plain ropes. Fancy ropes. Red, white, and blue ropes. And yes, we even have string. Looks like the little lady's still having problems. Partner, don't you get caught with the wrong rope. No, sir. Come on down to Roy's, where our motto is, on the right end or the wrong end, you'll never get the short end with a rope from Roy's.
Gee, I should have bought my rope at Roy's.
Adopted? I'm not adopted. I'm not adopted.
Ready? Just look at your mother.
And look at your father.
And look at yourself.
His first reaction appears to be denial.
That's right. Denial is usually the first stage.
No. No. It's not true. I grew on a vine. I grew on a vine. I grew on a vine.
At this point, all his parents can do is to tell him the truth.
Simply and directly.
I'm sorry, honey. You didn't grow on a vine.
Son, you grew on a tree.
I grew on a vine. I grew on a vine. It was a vine. I grew near the ground on a vine. It was, I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry. I'm a strawberry and I grew on a vine. It was a winding, wiry vine. I grew on a vine. I know I did.
No, son.
No, son, no.
So let me set the scene for you. It's lunchtime. Any town, downtown. Guy bumps into a girl. Girl says to the guy, "Hi!" Guy says to the girl, "Hi." Girl says to the guy, "Remember me? We went to college together." Guy says to the girl, "Yeah, let's get lunch." They enter a coffee shop. The girl orders a vegetable plate, unsweetened tea. The guy orders the Friday fish special, extra tartar sauce, cup of coffee, black. They relax into the ancient Naugahyde booth, get comfortable, and talk about the old days. The girl gets wistful, says to the guy, "What do you think you'll be doing 5 years from now?" Guy says to the girl, 5 years from now? There isn't gonna be any 5 years from now. The spread of health paranoia is the infectious disease of tomorrow. An epidemic transmitting itself through telephones, TVs, computer terminals, and fax machines. The virus is spread each time an electronic communication device is used and health information is exchanged. It's the speed wide quantity and global range of these information transactions that will culminate in mass hysteria and suicide. The knowledge that the body is decaying so consumes and obsesses the human species that we give up living altogether. And we are history, dead and rotting corpses on the avenue of what was. Girl says to the guy, "Really? And I was gonna quit my job and go to cooking school."
Good evening, and welcome to the news. I'm Cadmium Red. President George Bush is toughening his stance on the trade war between the United States and France. That was a very dramatic announcement. Thank you. In a speech made today at the White House, he stated that if the French did not decrease their farm subsidies, the U.S. would levy substantial tariffs on other French exports. The tariffs have already begun on French wines, but could easily expand to encompass France's second biggest export to the U.S., Gerard Depardieu movies. After the president's speech, the French government responded that they would counter that move by halting the importing of Jerry Lewis films. Of course, the American movie industry is putting increased pressure on George Bush to lighten those tariffs because, quite frankly, France is the only market for Jerry Lewis films at the present time. In sports today, former world heavyweight boxing champion Evander Holyfield announced his plans to stage another battle to claim a reigning title. In a statement made at a press conference yesterday, Holyfield announced his intentions to battle What Is It?, the slug-like creature from ACOG, for the title of official Olympic mascot. The battle will happen at the Georgia Dome and will be televised in triplecast by Turner Broadcasting. Well, the presidential election may be over, but the American Associated Union of Editorial Cartoonists are demanding a recount of the ballots to contest the victory of Bill Clinton over George Bush. At stake in the recount are the livelihoods of over 8,000 cartoonists nationwide who claim that Clinton is, quote, not as fun to lambaste as George Bush was, and that Vice President-elect Al Gore is just too damn hard to draw. Thank you. That's the news. I am Cadmium Red. I shall see you later tonight.
Okay, tape is rolling. Ready to fight it. Tape is rolling. Ready to fade up from black to camera 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fade up to camera 2. Camera 2, pan to the right. Pan, 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 and stop right there. Okay. Hello. Call me the director. You're watching a pre-recorded message from me, the director. I'm not actually here right now reading this piece of paper. I'm actually somewhere else, doing something totally different, something fascinating and exciting that you can only guess what it is. Because this is not truly me here now. What you're watching is actually a sort of reflection of what I once was. Actually, the truth is what you're watching is a box. A box with flashing lights and a fluttering noise-making speaker whose actions are predetermined by the arrangement of oxide dust on a long, thin piece of plastic. Actually, the whole truth is even more complicated than that, involving chips and tubes and cables and things, but I really don't want to get into it because I really don't understand it that well myself. But the point is, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Stop. Television is not real. I don't care what the other channels will tell you. I'm telling you the truth. Television is not real. It's an illusion. It's a trick played on your mind. The other people, I don't care what they say. It's a trick, an illusion. It's fake. Okay, zoom back out. The other channels might tell you stories how they're telling you the truth, but it's not true. It's fake. Television is actually, it creates a mass of artificial images in the brain. They don't correlate with real life at all. They pile up in your mind. Eventually, the mind becomes so crowded with Bart Simpsons and Captain Kirks that, well, you lose the ability to dream your own dreams. All a person can do when they get to that point when they try to dream, they just replay these fake images over and over and over again in their minds. This causes people, now this is really bad, it causes people to lose touch with the spirit world. This has probably happened to someone you know. Zoom in. Stop. It may have even happened to you. If this happens to enough people, then it may result in the ultimate destruction of the earth. Perhaps even a complete distortion of reality as we know it. Zoom back out. Of course, I'm not talking about us. We're different. I'm talking about, all those other channels. They're not very good. Us good, them bad. We are guaranteed 100% harmless. So don't worry about watching this show. But when you watch most television, it's really a dangerous thing. You should keep this in mind. Us good, them bad. Just remember that. So just, bear this in mind. Thank you. I am the director. Thank you for listening to me. Zoom all the way out. Okay, pan to the right. Fade to black.
That's right, folks. It's Sylvia. She has Tabasco sauce and Pop-Tarts. It's Toast of the Town.
This is Carrie. She's my orchestra. Thank you so much, Carrie. And Eric, you're my announcer.
That's right.
And today I'm going to show you, yes you, my lovely audience, how to make toast in under 10 minutes. And I'll try to talk into the microphone as I do it. I'm just more. Please, Carrie, more.
I can't play now.
Okay. As you all know, we of the United States of America are a group of people that don't have breakfast at home any longer. We're into fast foods, and I'm really, really concerned about it. So I thought, well, this is a combination of fast food, but you can make it at home. Toast in under 10 minutes. You know what else, Eric? I started thinking. I thought, flashback to my childhood. I've been eating wheat bread, rye bread, pumpernickel, and now I thought, you know, it'd be nice just for a change to have some white bread. Yeah. And so today, I turn on my toaster, it's coming on, and we're making toast under 10 minutes.
But wait a minute, Sylvia, is this the one that works at the cafe? Because the one at the cafe doesn't work.
I don't know, Eric. It's turning red. It's coming on. It's toasting. We're making toast. It will take under 10 minutes. And while we have that, why don't you tell me what's on TV this week, Eric?
Well, Sylvia, there are some exciting shows on TV.
Eric, makeup.
It is makeup time.
Sorry.
Thank you. Well, as you all know, there's that exciting show, Coach. And apparently it gets a thumbs down by the couch critic of TV Guide.
It's still toasting, Eric.
It's still toasting? Well, we've got more programs. Hold on, don't touch that dial.
Toast. Okay. I don't think it's done yet.
Well, we've got Star Trek: The Next Generation. A holodeck adventure turns deadly for Worf and Alexander, who find themselves pitted against two Wild West outlaws, both with Data's face and android abilities.
You know, that reminds me, Eric. That reminds me that, you know, if I was in carpool right now, I'd be running late because this toast is not made yet. I don't know. I'm beginning to understand why people go to McDonald's.
Well, you know why they don't go to Sylvia's for the quick service.
But I get great letters. You know, I get fan letters all the time. People are telling me how much they love to come to, you know, watch me make toast. Not that they spend any money. They usually forget about it.
Here's another exciting movie on Channel 9. It's a musical, Can't Stop the Music, an account of how the disco group The Village People was formed, with that incredible actress Valerie Perrine and Bruce Jenner. Oh, and Steve Guttenberg's in it too. Bruce Jenner is still jumping.
Did he eat toast? He was on some kind of breakfast thing. I do remember that. What was it? It was a breakfast thing. The toast is still toasting. While that toast is toasting, I'm going to try this toast. The Pop-Tarts, there. Do y'all remember Pop-Tarts? That's another one from our childhood. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, frosted blueberry with Smucker's real fruit with other natural and artificial flavors. Do y'all remember? Well, here, wait. Yeah. You want some? Carol. Here. I love Pop-Tarts. Carol. Here. And I never get that breakfast, Sylvia. Here. You know what? Oh, with the sugar. You don't even have to wait to toast it. Here. Here, Pop-Tart. You're welcome.
People receiving Pop-Tarts are
It's still toasting. It's still toasting.
Well, we have a question that someone has written into TV Guide about your furry friend Alf. The series Alf ended with him surrounded by the military who discovered he's an alien. Will there ever be a conclusion? I'm holding my breath. NM in St. Louis. Better exhale. It looks like our furry friend could be trapped in that cliffhanger, I guess that's his country, which means forever. NBC has no plans to rescue Alf, and a script for a movie version was written but never reproduced. All cats can rest easy.
Yay! Well, this toaster is still toasting. You know, this is also something you can do for your children. Do you remember when you were a child what you would do with white bread? Here, Eric, hold this. No, remember when you would take it and make, fish bait. You make little white balls. Y'all remember that? Here, y'all can do that now.
Like cram crackers in your mouth and try to whistle?
Cram crackers in my mouth and try to whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to try to do that. Does anybody else want some? Here. Here. Pass some toast. It's still toasting. It is still toasting. Eric, what else is on this week?
Well, on Channel 17 at 2:20 a.m., there is the movie Paradise, rip-off of The Blue Lagoon, set in the desert where teenagers discover love while trying to shake a shake. Trying to shake a shake in the 1820s. Hey, that's TBS for you.
I have some news. The Pop-Tart has popped up, and it's warm, and it's toasted. Would you like some? Anybody? Would you? Here. You can eat off this floor.
That's the way to serve it.
On that exciting crime show, Cannon, vicious dogs have killed 2 ex-GIs who served with Cannon's client in Vietnam. Of course, we know who Cannon is, that big guy, William Conrad.
Would you like some Pop-Tart, honey?
Man, that new blueberry is incredible. It's like butter.
And you know what else you can do, Eric? You can take margarine and put margarine on it. Margarine. Would you like some margarine on it? How about some?
Do you have any toasted matzah?
The toast is made.
The toast is burning.
And for a treat for your kids, you can put cream cheese on it.
Well, in commemoration with Windsor Castle burning recently, we have A Year in the Life of the Queen, an intimate and integrating profile of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II. So frequently portrayed as somber and humorless, reveals her to be an expressive, opinionated woman of dry wit and down-to-earth sensibilities. 2 hours.
You know what else we can do, Eric?
What's that, Sylvia?
Remember Bloody Marys?
Bloody Marys.
Remember people used to do that, and now we've gotten healthy. So we don't drink Bloody Marys in the morning anymore.
We drink mimosas now.
But this is a new taste treat. Tabasco on your toast, a la mode.
A la mode. Put some raspberry jelly on it, too.
You know, I like that. That's pretty yuppie, isn't it?
Can I try?
Would you try it? Ooh.
It's like that jalapeno stuff I had the other day.
Oh, Eric, I remember the jalapeno stuff. It's pretty good. Well, here's a toast to you, and I'm toast of the town.
Atlanta had 2 outbreaks of food poisoning, both traced to metro area restaurants. One was caused by salmonella poisoning from raw eggs, but the other remains much more mysterious. At least 37 people became ill from eating the fresh fruit salad, salad at Lotus Vegetables in Dunwoody. But experts cannot identify what substance in the fruit salad would cause this reaction. All 37 victims have suffered from high fevers, vomiting, diarrhea, severe abominable, pain, and dizziness. Some have also reported rashes and lymph node swelling. Salmonella poisoning is commonly contracted from chicken and raw eggs, approximately 1/2 of which are said to be infected with salmonella bacteria. That was according to the Georgia Council on Eggs and Dairy. But there is no bacteria known which thrives on fruit in this country, according to a CDC investigator, especially in common fruits like apples, oranges, and pears. Investigators are examining the refrigerator and container in which the fruit on my doodle container. There is fruit salad. Here fruit, me fruit, analyze my dreams.
Jay has lost it.
Whew, I think we're gonna call it a wrap on the news for tonight, y'all. Jay's having a breakdown. Too much nervous tension for him all around on this show.
Too much.
Huge mutant fish. And pale, fragile ankles. Like swollen candy.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. The broadcasters in your area, in voluntary cooperation with the state fire marshal and several local church organizations, are bringing you this test to tell you what to do in the event of a nuclear attack. If this had been an actual nuclear attack, you would have been instructed to crawl underneath your chairs and await being vaporized into tiny, minute particles. This concludes our test of the emergency broadcast system. In the intervening time, we wish that you browse about the theater and view the artwork on the walls, or else we may repeat this. And please remember, no smoking in the gallery in the event of a nuclear attack. No smoking in the gallery in the event of a nuclear attack. Thank you.